Who says you need to break the bank to take a trip? Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we'll be discussing the top 10 ways to travel for free. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at tips, techniques, and strategies that you can use to travel for free, or at least significantly reduce your travel expenses. Not all of them are easy, and free travel often involves putting in hours of labor abroad. But to see the world and broaden your horizons for a fraction of the usual cost, it is most definitely worth the effort. Number 10. Home exchange, house sitting, or pet sitting. One of the most substantial and prohibitive costs associated with travel is that of accommodations. Even if you manage to find a great deal, a low price per night still adds up to hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, depending on where and how long you're staying. Thankfully, there are ways around paying for accommodations. It just takes a bit of work, ingenuity, and knowing how to market yourself. People are often looking for someone to look after their homes and/or four-legged friends while they're away. In exchange for providing them with peace of mind, you get to crash for free. Just know that you'll need to put together a solid online profile, one that inspires trust. Alternatively, if you have a nice apartment or house of your own in a desirable city, you can also sign up for a home exchange service. Number 9. Work at a hostel. Hostels are already just about the most affordable accommodations available in most destinations around the world. But by doing your research, you might be able to stay for free. People who work at hostels tend to be travelers themselves, and this wanderlust results in a relatively high turnover of staff. If you'd be interested in working in and exploring a city for a few months, working at a hostel is a great way to get a free room, cheap food, and maybe even a modest wage. Plus, as anyone who stayed at a hostel will tell you, it's a unique way to travel, one that really encourages you to meet new people and form lasting friendships. It's sort of like orientation week at university. Working at a hostel, you'll become something of a local expert, forming relationships with not only the travelers passing through, but locals too. Number 8. Work stays, farm stays, and woofing. If hospitality isn't really your thing, there are countless work stay or work away programs out there, from farm labor and renovation work to housekeeping and more niche tasks. In exchange for a prearranged number of hours of weekly labor, you'll get a room and board. Of the various industries in which one can easily find work-stay opportunities, agriculture is among the most popular. There are numerous online organizations that can put you in touch with reputable farmers, but for those who would like to learn more about organic farming in the process, WOOF, the Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms, is a great place to start. Of course, if you have a specialty like cooking, engineering, or marketing, you might be able to exchange work in your own area of expertise instead. Number 7. Join the Peace Corps. This is an oldie but a goodie. Consider yourself warned, this isn't for the faint of heart. Joining the Peace Corps is an opportunity to partake in cultural exchange, see the world, and make a real difference. But the experience fits squarely into the category of travel that isn't a holiday. This government-run nonprofit, formed in 1961, sends American volunteers around the world to help with a variety of social and development programs, including training locals in a wide variety of fields, from business to technology. It's an incredibly rewarding experience, but also a major commitment. It begins with a 3-month training program before you're sent off on 2 years of service abroad. There are also short-term, high-impact assignments lasting 3 to 12 months. Number 6. Heritage and birthright trips. If you've been bitten by the travel bug but don't have the budget for the sort of trip you'd like to take, it might be worth taking a closer look at your family history. In order to help connect young people with their heritage, various organizations around the world cover the travel expenses for them to return to the nation of their ancestors and reconnect with their roots. The most famous of these programs is Birthright Israel, which is offered to people of Jewish descent or new converts ages 18 to 32 who have not recently visited Israel. It covers the cost of flights, accommodations, and travel within the country, as well as various excursions and meals. Though far too few people know it, Birthright isn't one of a kind. Other groups offer similar experiences, including Heritage Greece, Birthright Armenia, Reconnect Hungary, Birthright Macedonia, and Global Irish Summer Camp. Naturally, the specific terms and conditions vary between programs. Number 5. Work on a cruise ship. Is your heritage too muddled to get you a plane ticket abroad? Well, don't despair just yet. You've still got options. If you're not prone to seasickness, taking a contract to work aboard a cruise ship can be a great way to visit exotic destinations while actually making money. Your living quarters will be cramped, you'll be putting in long hours, the salary is notably worse than on land, and you'll rarely have days off. But because food and accommodations are free, you save a large chunk of your wage. Ships usually have a staff gym, pool, and recreational area, meaning that your entertainment is typically free too. The staff bar also tends to be super cheap, and when you do have time off, you're exploring one unique port city after another. Sometimes you can even join passenger excursions. Number 4, save up those points. Reward program points tend to add up very slowly, but if you're committed to the hustle and do your homework, you can find yourself flying for free sooner than you think. The key is to do your research and sign up for the very best travel credit card you can find, particularly one that reflects your lifestyle. If you drive a lot for work, get a card that gives extra points on gas. If you've got a big family, find a program that gives 5 points for every dollar spent on groceries. Whenever out for meals with friends, offer to be the one who pays and gets reimbursed. Just be sure to sign up for a card that doesn't restrict who you can book with. And as much as possible, try to double up on rewards with multiple cards. Many retailers have their own affiliated points programs that reward you for shopping there, regardless of the payment method you choose. Number 3, work as an au pair. Have you got a knack for working with children? Are you patient, comfortable living in someone else's home, and quick to connect with people? Then you sound perfectly well suited to be an au pair. A French term, au pair means equal to and describes an individual who helps out around the house, specifically with children, in exchange for room, board, and an allowance. Unlike a servant or nanny, however, they're generally treated as part of the family. As an au pair, you can find work pretty much anywhere around the world. And with a fair amount of time to yourself, you'll have plenty of time to engage with the local culture and sites. Best of yet, if you wind up working as an au pair for an extended period of time with a family who travels, you may just wind up getting brought along on vacation with them. Number 2, travel scholarships. It pays to get good grades, and we're not just talking about your job prospects upon graduation. Depending on your field of study and personal background, you might be eligible for a travel scholarship through a wide variety of programs and institutions. Some universities have arrangements with affiliated academic institutions around the world to facilitate you spending a semester abroad. Alternatively, you might receive thousands of dollars in funding to spend your summer as part of a specific research program overseas, or maybe on expedition to a remote area of the world like Antarctica. Travel scholarships are also offered in exchange for volunteer work, so if there's a cause that you're passionate about in a particular part of the world, that's another option. With literally thousands of such scholarships being awarded to students annually, it's just about putting in the effort. Number 1, teach English as a second language. If you're patient, have a love of knowledge, and a knack for sharing it with others, this could be more than a way to travel for free. It could very well become your calling. If you're a native English speaker, you already have the most crucial tool necessary for this position: a thorough knowledge of the language. With just a bit of training or a certification program, you can soon be helping others, be they children or adults, in improving their English in kind. Depending on the contract you manage to secure, you'll enjoy a comfortable living wage relative to the local economy, and may even be provided with meals and accommodations. This is a months-long commitment, but also a great opportunity to really connect and engage with the local culture. Plus, the more experience you gain from contract to contract, the more lucrative positions you can secure. As a TESL teacher, your travels needn't ever end. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.